Hi everyone, my name is Mr. Pagliaro and I am a kindergarten teacher here with the Utica City School District, and I am placed at Columbus Elementary. This video is going to be a video to show you a little bit about what to expect when your child comes to kindergarten. We're going to go ahead and do a tour of my classroom here at Columbus, just to show you what it may be like when your child attends in the fall. We're going to go over a possible schedule and some of the things to expect. So we're going to get started with our tour of our classroom. As you can see, our classroom has a separate area that students will use for a cubby room. Depending on the classroom and school that your child is at, they will either have a cubby room or they will have hooks where they can hang their coats, their jackets, their book bags, their lunches. And in my classroom, it is separate, but it varies on the building that they are in. Also in my classroom, the students will have a area where they can put their papers, because you will receive a homework folder that is brought back and forth to school each night. And what you usually see is there's a return to school side and then there's a keep at home side. So any important information that needs to go home will come home each night, and then it will be returned to school. This is a great way to keep communication open between the teacher and your child. As we tour our classroom, you'll see that we have tables in my classroom. Most of the kindergarten classrooms do have tables. Some might have desks. And the arrangement is different according to each teacher. We do have materials for each student, and each school does have a supply list that they require for their students. So when you register your child, you'll get a list of the materials needed for that school. As you look around, I'll go over our schedule, a possible schedule. But as you look around the classroom, we do have smart TVs in our classrooms, and these are what we use with the students to interact with them. They are kind of really fun for our students. They are adjustable, and when we're working with our students, they like to go ahead and be able to write on the board, and they can come up, and it's very interactive for them. We have them up and they're writing their letters, or if we're doing a workbook page, they can come up and circle what they're doing, and they have a lot of fun with the board itself. So this is something that our students really enjoy. My classroom also has a bathroom, and which many of our classrooms do have. I'll show you that. That is in the back of our classroom. So students can and have access to a bathroom throughout the day. So that's something not to worry about. And we also take frequent bathroom breaks to ensure that we're meeting all the needs of each student. I'm going to go ahead and go over a possible schedule and what it looks like here in kindergarten. Many people don't realize how busy we are here in kindergarten. So in the morning when they arrive to school, they will have their breakfast, whether it is in a cafeteria setting, whether it is a grab-and-go breakfast and it's in the classroom. It depends on the building and how they decide to run breakfast. After breakfast, and once they come in to the classroom, they will hang their coats and their book bags, put their homework folders away, and get settled at their seat for either their morning work or whatever instruction is going to take place depending on the teacher. We have something called a flex grouping, or grouping where we work on reading and math skills with students. And in my schedule, we get started with that first thing in the morning. So we break up our students into different groups, and the different teachers work with each targeted group. After they have their small group instruction is when we go ahead and go into our ELA or reading curriculum, which I will go over shortly. And in our schedule, we have lunch at 11 o'clock, and there is a 40-minute lunch. Students are brought down to the cafeteria by our assistants, and they are with them the entire time. When they return to the classroom, they have time for some recess. If it is nice, they can go out with students. And then we get started with our writing and math after lunch. Again, I'll go over our different curriculums in a few minutes. Then each day of the week there is a special that your child will attend. Our specials include PE, which is gym, which is 2 times a week for 30 minutes. There is art, music, and library. So those will change every day depending on your child's teacher and the school that they are in. Once they come back from their special in my class, we have an iReady time where the students go ahead and log into the computers and work on a program that focuses on reading and math instruction. We also have a program that helps to learn the computer, which is called Keyboarding Without Tears. And then at the end of the day, there's a wrap-up, and we will prepare for dismissal. And car riders and walkers are dismissed, and then the busers are dismissed as well. I'm going to take a minute to go ahead and go over some of the curriculum that we have. We use the Wonders curriculum. So your child will receive a book that looks similar to this. And in the Wonders curriculum, we begin our curriculum with a quick overview of the letters. And then as the curriculum goes on, we introduce letters singly at a time. So we will teach all of the letters by the end of the school year. I will give you guys a list of some of the important high frequency words that your child will need to learn throughout the year. It's good practice if you can actually work on these prior to them starting kindergarten. And there are 40 on this list. They should be able to look at them and read them, and then they should also be able to spell them. So when they're writing simple sentences, they can use this as, as a guide to writing. The math curriculum that we use is called Eureka Math, and our books are green in color, and they have this figure at the top, and they change as we progress throughout the units. So these are 2 things that you should be familiar with. We also have a Zahner Blosner handwriting book that we use to help our students learn how to properly write the letters. We have HMH Science that we use, which is very interactive. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you our iReady program that we use on the computers. Many of our schools have the Chromebooks now with carts in each of the classrooms. And what's going to happen is your child has a unique login, and they log in to the computer. And on their dashboard, they have a variety of different apps that they can choose from. And the great thing about iReady is it works at the child's individual pace and at their level. So when they come in the fall, they go ahead and take a diagnostic placement test that places them where they belong, and then the instruction level is tailored as the year goes on. And that is both for reading and for math. We also have Keyboarding Without Tears, which is a newer program to our district, but it is a great program for our kindergartners because it allows them to learn how to navigate the keyboard and master that throughout the year. So this iReady program is very interactive, and it allows them to choose reading or math, and when they do so, we can assign them extra lessons or assign lessons that target certain skills that we're working with. I'll also go ahead and quickly show you the keyboarding curriculum that we have here. And again, it's just something, it's a fun game, but the students are learning the different aspects of the keyboard. I do want you to know that we strive to make sure that our classrooms are safe and that all our safety procedures are accurate with CDC. We have custodial staff that's in our rooms every day, disinfecting and cleaning our rooms. We hope that this video allows you to be a little less apprehensive and be more comfortable with your child starting kindergarten in the fall. If you have not registered your child for kindergarten yet, you may do so at your nearest elementary school. If you're not sure which elementary school you need to go to or where the closest elementary school is, you may call 315-792-2216 and they will direct you where to go ahead and register. Again, it is important for you to register your child for kindergarten. I look forward to working with you and your student. Thank you, and hope to see everybody in the fall. I have a few tips to help your child succeed in kindergarten. One would be to work on making sure that your child knows their name and is able to begin to write their name. That makes it very, very helpful if you can practice that and get them in the habit of starting to write their name. And again, that's something that we'll work with them on, but it's nice to have that baseline of them knowing, recognizing their name and beginning to write. During the summer, it's also great if you work on identifying letters, and it's as simple as when you're in the grocery store with your child or out and about, giving them a name of something and asking them what letter it starts with, or giving them, saying, oh look, we see a rabbit. What letter does rabbit begin with? It begins with the letter R, rabbit. It'll help your child be successful when they come to school in the fall. Again, we appreciate all your help and support, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you.